Brothers, what's going on? Oh, I just want to address social media real quick. See, I've seen how social media has totally destroyed women nowadays. And it's worse for women than men because you get women out here, you like a picture of theirs or something. You got a lot of simps out here. A lot of simps. They're the problem for uh, women with these big, huge, inflated egos. They're the problem by constantly putting these women on pedestals, liking their pictures. Because, like I said, over here, as introspective black men, we aren't fanboys. We aren't fanboys. I had to reiterate that to my younger cousin as well. I told him, don't be liking females' pictures on Instagram and Facebook, and don't do that, man. Because a lot of monkey chimpanzees out there who already do stuff like this, and it blows a woman's head up. You telling a woman, and like a lot of my old school uncles are like that. One of my uncles like that. Uncle Tom is like that. He see a woman in Walmart, he, hey baby girl, and how you doing, Miss Thing, and sugar pie honey bun. I'm like, what? Like, nah, don't tell a woman that. You're not getting no vagina out of it. You're not getting nothing out of it. Nothing. You validating this woman, putting her up on a pedestal, and you're not getting nothing out of it. But you know, older people, they don't understand. They don't get it. He would tell me something like, well, I'm just telling her, because I want her to feel good about herself. I'm like, I tell him, Uncle, don't you know that you're not getting nothing out of it? When was the last time a woman told you you was handsome and you nice looking? You 60 years old, you don't even get that from women. So come on, don't do that. You would inflate a woman's ego and make her feel like she's better than you. Let a woman compliment you first, and that's what I do online or just with any woman, even if I'm out in public. If I talk to a woman online and she compliments me first, then that's when I'll give her a compliment. Other than that, I don't go in and, hey baby, hey cutie, and like just all this. Just no, I just don't do that. I'll say, hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? Keep it like that. All this worshiping a woman, it just goes to her head. Most women, they start to become solipsistic. They think that they're God when you do stuff like this. So it's not good. But, so I would tell a woman, if I was to get in a relationship, right? And we know relationships that are non-existent nowadays in America because women, they aren't wife material. So I would tell a woman, okay, if I get with you, you're gonna have to be able to delete all your social media accounts. Shout out to Donovan Sharp. Shout out to Donovan Sharp. Yeah, but you have to go and delete all your social media accounts, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Kick. And I'd say about like out of 10 women that I told this, about 3 of them was totally okay with this. But of course they would think of us entering a relationship being tantamount, being equal to each other. So they'll say, yeah, I'll do it if you do it. I kind of sniggle at them, laugh, giggle a little bit. But they don't know. I try to think like a superior male. I'm superior to you. This is what I'm thinking in my head. I mean, in this game, guys, you have to use game, not just to manipulate a woman for sex, but to create a virtuous woman out of her and to make her submissive. So, yeah, like I would tell a woman, all right, well, I'm not going to enter a relationship with you unless you're able to do that. Because I see what social media has done to American women. It makes it easy for women. Social media has made it really easy for women to cheat and micro cheat. I was in a relationship with a chick. It was a single mother, years and years and years back. And I would check her phone or whatever, but she couldn't check mine. I would check her phone, but she couldn't check mine. And it took some time, uh, but I had to uh, really put that in her head that I am the leader of this relationship. So there's certain things that I'm going to do that you can't do. And like her ex, the guy that she had kids by. This is why it's not good to date single mothers. Well, not to date him, but to be with him. Um, he would send little sexual messages or whatever, and I would check her phone. And one time he sent something over the top that was like really sexual. Like he, in a sense, you could say he tried to talk about having sex with her again. And I text him. I tried to call him. I text the guy. I'm like, listen, dude, you're trying to move on another man's property. You're trying to move on another man's girlfriend. That could potentially cause a fight or problems between me and you. And he apologized. He eventually went away because I go through her phone. See? And that's one of the perks of being a true leader and superior in your relationship. Because let's say if we was equal, and if I wasn't able to go through her phone, she wasn't able to go through mine, there would be certain things that she would be doing behind my back as far as micro cheating. It was another situation as to when she was on Facebook. It was something she wanted me to do. I just wouldn't do it. I was playing a game, watching football. I'm just not trying to do it at that time. And she went on Facebook and made a post and said, well, when you really need a man, most men aren't men. She made some slick comment. But I know she was referring to me. She made some slick comment. She was like, she said, when you really need a man, men aren't there. That's why you need to depend on your father. Because she asked her dad for something. I think it was like a couple dollars or something. She wanted something from me. I just wouldn't give it to her at the moment because I was upset with her. So I was ignoring her. I was disciplining her. Then she went on there and posted that comment. So a couple days later, I checked her phone and I seen it. Well, I actually went through my phone and I checked her Facebook account and I seen it. Then I went through her phone and checked it and seen it. And I checked her right there on the spot. I told her, don't you ever post nothing like that ever in your life again, ever. She tried to go back and forth with me, but I let her know I'm not even trying to hear that, man. Don't you ever post nothing like that ever again in your life. If you need something, you're going to get it from me. Or we're going to struggle and we're going to get it together. Bottom line. I don't care how you feel it. You was all emotional and mad or whatever because I wasn't showing you no attention. And that's just how it's going to be until you get in line and until you conform to my way. Because I know I'm a decent man. Bottom line. And I checked her about that situation, and she sort of capitulated, and that was the end of that situation. She never did nothing like that again. But it was some scenario, man. It's a lot, man. It's just a lot. It was some scenario because this female, she was like from New Jersey or something, right? It was another situation as to where she was just online, and this is why you do not allow your woman to have male friends. And you'd even monitor her female friends to a certain, really, she shouldn't even have any female friends. No, there's just a no-go. Because a lot of these women out here will infect your woman. And I don't have no woman. I don't think I'm gonna have one. I got side pieces, concubines, but like I said, most of these American women are not wifey material. They're not. They don't respect you as a man. They don't value you as a man. They disrespect you as a man. So these women, they're not wife material. I follow the Bible, the Old Testament, to be more specific. I stay away from the New Testament. It has some truths in there, yes it does, but to me, certain contradictions in the New Testament when you compare it with the Old Testament. But that's neither here nor there. You guys got to do your own studying. But yeah, so it was some post that one of my other females had made back in the past. Well, it wasn't a post. It was like one of her male friends. He lived all the way back in New Jersey, and they was just having a casual, cool conversation. And I checked her phone and went through it, and it was just her. They wasn't talking about nothing sexual or nothing serious, but they was just having a friendly conversation, and that's just a no-go. That's a form of micro cheating. I know it sounds crazy, guys, but it's easy for a woman to deviate in a relationship and cheat. This is why you have to have full control. If you're not the leader of a relationship, she gonna be your leader. There is no such thing as egalitarian and being equal with a woman. If you living in a house with a woman and you tell her everywhere you go, it's almost like you're like a child. You're walking around, walking on pins and needles. You tell her everywhere you go, when you coming back and all this. Man, what kind of stuff is that? She's your mother. That's all that is. Nah, when you leave, you tell her, I'm leaving, I'll be back. And she gonna try to ask you where you going, then that's when you check her. And most women, they're not going for this submissive type of lifestyle. That's why I said most American women, they not wife material. If you're in a relationship, when she leaves, you need to know. You need to let her know. I need to know where you going and when you coming back. Bottom line. That's it. That's how you boss up on your woman. There's certain things in a relationship that you can do that she can't do. And like I said, in America, you won't get that. If you go overseas, you go live overseas, yeah. Women, they'll conform. In some countries, they'll conform. Not this feminist, succubus, disrespectful, blind, cheating American woman. Nah, it won't happen. It won't happen, man. But yeah, you look at a lot of social media platforms, and living in this white supremacist country of America, it's like they push that narrative on. They push a negative narrative onto the black community. You see entertainers like Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, I Love Hip Hop, and just a lot of music, a lot of the negative music that black people put out, and the white man is allowing it. If you try to put out some positive music, you will not be popular. You won't make no money, you won't get no sales, none of that. It's because the white man wants to see black people down in the dumps. They need us to be dysfunctional. They need young black women to get divorces, to get abortions. They need black men to sell dope, get locked up, tote illegal guns, be in and out of jail, incarcerated, to keep the economy going. Can't you see this, guys? This is what they need. This is what they need. It's what they need, man. So when you think like an introspective brother, you're going to do what you can. No, you're going to do what you have to do to be a positive example and to avoid all that garbage. Because you can see the white man's plan to bring down the black community. Martin Luther King said this country was made for white people and by white people. Bottom line. So it's not for you to exceed and excel. It's not. Not for the thinking black man. This is the thinking man's Templar. You know? Hold on, I just be wanting to say that, man. Black Ram, 313. Back at it again. Hold on, I just be wanting to say that. Them boys be going on, them brothers be going off. But yeah, social media has obliterated the black community in the worst way. Black chicks twerking, black men getting killed on Facebook Live. It's crazy. But when it comes down to a relationship and entering a relationship, You have to be able to put your foot down. No social media. Nah, I'm not having it. Because you and I know it's easy for a female to cheat or micro cheat. It's really, really easy. And some people will call it controlling. You can call it, they can, and especially women, they'll try to shame you and call it controlling, but they can call it whatever they want to call it. Because I know the end game of social media. I know the end game of Snapchat and Kick and InstaThought. I know the end game of it. I've seen what it has done to young black women. Inflate their egos, look down upon men, disrespect men, treat men like we just are valueless, like they're better than us. There is no egalitarian when it comes down to an American woman. American women think they're better than men. That's crazy. And biologically, we're stronger, smarter, we create everything. But they still think that they're better than us. That's insane. When in fact, it's the other way around. And you can refer back to the Bible. The Most High made Adam first. It wasn't no Eve first. He made Adam first. You got these so-called conscious black men out here calling women queens. Oh man, that's just a whole nother video. But you gotta watch it out here. And you gotta watch who you bring into your inner circle as far as women. Because you can't trust them as far as you can throw them. As men, we have to have standards. We gotta have standards. There is no letting any and everything go. Nah. I've seen men become passive. They move in with a woman or whatever. That's why you don't move in with a woman. To me, and to a certain extent, a woman is my woman when we actually cohabitate with each other. But if you're living in some other place, some guy asks me, man, hey, that's a bad chick or that's your chick. Nah, really, she's just a concubine or a side chick. It's just a concubine or a side chick, a female that I'm messing around with. That's really not my woman because she isn't submissive. To me, she's not wife material. So I don't care who she's sleeping with. I'm gonna make sure I strap up though. I'm gonna make sure I strap up 2 times, 4 times. But yeah, so, yeah, I mean, I had a lot more I wanted to touch on. Really can't. I got a brain fart right now. I gotta get on back to work. But yeah, you just gotta watch it out here. There has to be certain things that you're just not gonna deal with in a relationship. Nah. I was telling all these, like I told a couple women to delete all the social media accounts, and a few of them came back and they'd say stuff like, well, I'm not going to delete Facebook because I have family and friends, but I'll let them know any of your important family or friends that you have, get their phone numbers. If it's that important, you can call them, you can text them on your phone, you can do it like that. A couple of females was like, no, I'd just rather keep Facebook. I said, okay. But this was after a couple of months of me, like a couple of weeks or months of me being with that specific chick, having sex with her, copulating with her. I just don't ever go in and just tell her stuff like that, because like you gotta know how to finesse, you gotta have game, because if you do that, women will run. They run from you. So like you gotta give it some time and like feed this knowledge to her like baby drinking milk. Then after a couple years, you can give her real food. That's how you have to do it. You can't just go in and tell a woman, okay, I'm gonna take your phone when you acting out of line. I'm gonna, certain things I'm gonna do in this relationship that you can't do. Like, I can stay out to 3 a.m., but you gotta be in the house at 11. It's like, when you first meet a chick, you can't tell her that until after you guys, right before you guys are getting ready to cohabitate, so she can know what type of relationship that she's stepping into. Most women are not going for it, not the American woman, because she can go out there and turn right around the corner and go get another simp, passive, weak man that's gonna let her do what she want to do in a relationship. That's gonna let her eventually destroy the relationship. That's gonna let her emasculate him as a man. That's how my little sister's uh, boyfriend is. Like, he's a weak guy and he makes a lot of money, way more money than she makes, but just a passive weak guy. Let her do anything. And she don't respect him like that. Really don't respect him. As men, we could change the culture uh, when we change. We can change the culture. Well, we can change the temperament of women. But first off, we have to stop simping. That's something that we gotta stop doing. Us as men, we have to stop simping. We have to act like leaders. So, sweetie, either you're gonna take it or you're gonna leave it. Bottom line. And us as men, we can't be scared to be alone. Because I lay down certain laws to women, and some of them will leave, and I'll never hear from them. But then I have a few that would text me back in the future because they knew I was a good man. They text me back in the future. You see? But yeah, let me get on back here, guys. I'll chat with you guys later. Just wanted to drop that. All right, man.